Oh, it's the big one, ladies and gentlemen, the DNA derby between Solskjær and Lampard. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you lot are all doing well today, mates. I really do hope that. Welcome to your match preview of Chelsea versus Manchester United in the Premier League. Solskjær versus Lampard. Last season, Solskjær got the better of Lampard for the most part. 3 out of 4 games he won, but Chelsea won the biggest of the most. They eliminated Manchester United from the semi-finals of the FA Cup quite convincingly. Obviously the highest profile game of the lot, but then again, Solskjær took the points in the Premier League. I mean, had Chelsea even drawn one of those games in the Premier League, they would have finished above them in the league table, or on the league table. Anyway, you see what I'm saying, it's early doors of course, both managers aren't completely settled and they could really do with a win here. Both slightly under pressure for different reasons. Obviously United coming off a good result against PSG, Chelsea coming off a good defensive performance which arguably they were calling out for. How's this game going to go? We're going to talk about it today. Settling back into Premier League football is a beautiful thing, but to keep up with all things going on, you need Onefootball. That's right, today's video is brought to you today by Onefootball, the companion app that gives you everything you need regarding football. Lineup, stats, fixtures, results, transfer news, you can follow your teams, you get alerts, you get all kinds of goss and fun stuff, all the information about football, so go check it out because it's completely free and I use it every day as well, mate. You can get it on your phone, but click the link in the top of the description to go check out this app. Alright then, let's get into it. So, it's early doors in the season of course, and one should not look at the Premier League table, but Chelsea are doing slightly better than Manchester United. However, if they win, that whole narrative will change. And a lot of sort of pundits that have been talking about this, people around football, are basically coming out with different predictions of how this game is going to go. Because let's be honest, Frank Lampard's Chelsea at the moment, you can't call how they're going to approach a game, especially after that defensively resolute performance against Sevilla. And of course, Manchester United is the same really, a superb counter-attacking side, but can't beat the smaller sides usually, or certainly drop points to the smaller sides. It's very difficult to call. When it comes to Manchester United, is Ole Gunnar Solskjær going to play a 4-2-3-1, or is he going to play a back three system, you know, deploying both Shaw and Alex Telles, the new signing? Here is the lineup that they put out against Paris Saint-Germain to give you some context of what went down there. Of course, they won 2-1 away in Paris, scoring all 3 goals in that game with an ice-cold Martial own goal. First goal of the season for him. So perhaps they will take an approach and line up like this against Chelsea, but who knows? Maybe they'll go for a little bit more of an offensive controlling line up and sort of tactical plan. It's very, very difficult to say. Cavani isn't ready, reportedly, and of course Anthony Martial is still suspended. So who can we expect to start? Rashford, I guess. Is Greenwood going to finally come back into the fold, or is he going to play Dan James? Juan Mata has been playing really well for Manchester United of late. Is he going to retain his place against Chelsea, his former club? I just don't know. Of course, Bruno Fernandes will play and Manchester United will be out to try and win a penalty for him to convert, because it's just what they do all the time, I suppose, isn't it? And they tend to get the penalties. It'll be interesting to see if Solskjær brings back in Harry Maguire after a good defensive performance without Harry Maguire, the club captain. Axel Tuanzebe played really, really well for Manchester United, returning to fitness and returning to the team. Would they want to ruin that chemistry and continuity, or were they just going to bring back in Hazard, Magaza, the fridge? I just don't know. It's very, very difficult to call the midfield. I don't think Donny van de Beek will start, their new signing, which is a very strange one really. I think they want to be more defensively resolute, hence you seeing Matic, Fred and McTominay a lot more, with, you know, Bruno Fernandes who was starting and Paul Pogba coming in and out of the lineup, but it's difficult to call them. I have a feeling that they might go for the counter-attacking system against Chelsea, even though Frank Lampard sussed that out last time. So yeah, I'm going to show you my Chelsea lineup that I've kind of speculated and took a stab at in the dark in a moment. But Frank Lampard he has come out and countered Solskjær before with his own 3-back system, but we haven't seen it yet this season. And honestly, I would be shocked if Frank Lampard pulls out a back 3 to play against Ole Gunnar Solskjær's Manchester United tomorrow. Although, who knows, it might work. Maybe it won't be Marcus Alonso left wing back. Maybe it will be Ben Chilwell left wing back, Reece James right wing back. They both like to bomb forward, so that could work. It could work. Maybe that'll offer more defensive solidity and we can use serious width. I just don't know, man. So let's give you my speculated lineup now and switch over the screen. I have actually gone for continuity here. I think Chelsea are going for a 4-2-3-1 formation. I think Eduard Mendy keeps his place in goal regardless. At left back, I think Ben Chilwell stays, of course, who's been excellent. This is a huge game. You need your best performers out. The centre-back partnership will remain, for me, hopefully, Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma. Actually, a change at the back I have made. I think Azpilicueta might start over Reece James, because you know, if Marcus Rashford's going to be running that left-hand channel in behind, you could argue Reece James' pace will be good, but I think the defensive nous of Azpilicueta might actually marshal Marcus Rashford better, so that's the back four I'm going for. Now, a lot of people have been calling out for Mateo Kovacic, Chelsea's player of the season last season, and I would kind of like to see him in as well, but I'm just trying to predict what I think will happen here. I don't think Frank will want to drop N'Golo Kante. I think he'll value his defensive interceptions in transition too much. I think he'll play Kante, and I think he'll want that person to play long diagonals. I think the double pivot will remain the same, genuinely. I think it will be Jorginho and Kante in this game, because he'll look for Kante to destroy and Jorginho to play balls over the top for runners, hopefully. The free role in my prediction will still remain Kai Havertz in the number 10, hopefully looking to do some beautiful link-up playing, gaining more and more confidence to show exactly what he's all about, which is incredibly good football, essentially. I think Christian Pulisic will stay on the left, running into the channel to hopefully receive long balls from Jorginho, and hopefully over from the other flank, and up top Timo Werner to hopefully combine with Kai Havertz and receive long balls from Jorginho still. Now, the right wing, the most controversial. Is it going to be a Mason Mount? Is it going to be a Callum Hudson-Odoi? Hopefully it's going to be a Hakim Ziyech. I'd like to see him get his first start here. It would be a very high profile first start and a demanding game, but if we saw one thing in pre-season, his link up with Timo Werner with the balls from his left foot, if we have both Jorginho and Hakim Ziyech playing long balls to Christian Pulisic and Timo Werner, I think Chelsea could be excellent in transition and basically play on the shoulder and score some wonderful goals. So that's my predicted lineup for this game. Let's move on. This is a very difficult game to call. I've heard so many people talk about it and I'm hearing different results. Manchester United fans are confident, Chelsea fans are confident. Of course, Man United had the better of Chelsea last season, ultimately, but that was a different Chelsea. Different things are happening. It really is a roll of the dice in many ways in how both coaches will set up. If Ole Gunnar Solskjær goes for the Chelsea in an attacking sense, Chelsea will be afforded spaces and maybe they can break on United. And maybe United can break on Chelsea if Chelsea go gung-ho. But of course, if Chelsea go gung-ho like they have been known to do lately, they leave loads of space in behind either the midfield or behind the defenders even, and you know, the likes of Marcus Rashford, even Dan James can run in behind and cause Chelsea issues. Of course, now with the new defensive players, that shouldn't be as big an issue, especially with Mendy in goal, looking pretty confident and happy with himself, leaving Chelsea fans pretty confident and happy with themselves. I'm not so sure what's going to happen, but I'm going to do a match prediction, a score prediction here, because that's what I do on match previews here on Football Therapy. And I think there will be goals, but maybe not that many. I think Chelsea are going to try and keep things as tight as possible, but I think they've got enough to win. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Chelsea, and I would eat that up all day. I'm not really overly confident. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea lost because of the current context of the situation, but if Chelsea win 2-1, like my prediction, I'll be a happy boy. So let me know your score predictions and lineups down in the comment section below, and generally your thoughts on the game if you want to comment down there. Please do drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Consider subscribing, man, because we're getting closer and closer to that beautiful landmark. If you do subscribe, hit the bell notifications icon, because it's important, mate. Anyway, that's enough from me, so enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me bitch.